So let's try writing a little bit of HTML. I have this PHP web server editor running from Replit. I have my files on the left, the code in the middle, and it'll run on the right when I'm ready. In the code here, this HTML, I have a variety of different tags, and I have a PHP tag in here. I'm going to go ahead and delete this for right now and just play with HTML. So I have my title. This title would be like what reads up here when I load the page. I'm going to call this sample HTML page. And then this title is the only thing I'm going to have in this head section. I also have a body section, and both of those together comprise the HTML page. The title here is located inside of title tags. I have a tag that opens the title and a tag that closes the title. So this is a tag, this is a tag. Together, this is an element. Other things can go in the head section, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm going to jump down to the body section and create a few elements here. So I'm going to start with a header element. There are 6 different types of header elements: H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. They are different sizes. You can use them to have sort of different sections on your page, right? This could be the main title, and then you could have subsections. Now, I also created an image over here on this website, Free Web Headers. I just created a very simple one just to show you how it works, and I've told it to save. This is a free site, which is very appreciated, and you don't have to sign up. A lot of them want you to sign up, create an account, blah, blah. This one doesn't. So, do you have to use this one? No, use whatever you want. But this is one that I found that you don't have to actually create an account on. So now over here, I'm going to add a file. Just kidding. I'm going to upload a file. I always forget they hide that in there. I can navigate to my downloads, find my brand new image that I just created, and add that there. This is a pretty bad name for an image, but it didn't know what I wanted to call it. So I'm going to double click here. I'm going to click here. There we go, rename. I will call this header.jpg. Go back to my index file, and I'm going to tell it to actually load this image on my page. So I open the element, image, src for source, close this element, and it's going to be the file name. So header.jpg. I believe it had the E in there. It did. Okay. These have to match. If it doesn't match, you won't be able to find it. So then on here, I can create a paragraph element like I had previously shown, and I can type some stuff there. Now, notice this header element has an opening and closing tag. This paragraph element that I just created has an opening and closing tag, but this image doesn't. This image is a self-closing tag, and it actually doesn't need a closing element. Paragraph elements don't actually need closing elements either, but I did it for completionist's sake. The way that you close an image element, you can actually just not close it, or you leave the slash on the end like that. That's it. There is no, that doesn't exist. I mean, it'll still work because the web and your browsers try to make things work, even if it's weird, but that's not a thing. So now my paragraph elements. Here is an example paragraph. Here is an example link. Okay, so I've got plain text here, and here's an example paragraph. Here is an example link. How do I do a link? Once again, I'm going to open a new tag for a new element. A for anchor, because links are actually, well, the elements that we use to create links are called anchors. href, which is hypertext reference. And then where do we want it to go? So just for example's sake, I'm going to just tell this to go to Google. http google.com, and then I need to close this anchor element, otherwise it's going to make everything on the rest of the page a link. Now the only other thing on here is this period, but if I had more stuff down there, then more stuff would show. So here's just a few basic HTML elements. There are a ridiculous number out there, but I'll show you a few more just easy to use basic ones, and you can try them out and see how it works. So now I'm going to actually run this and see if everything I did worked, and hopefully I don't get any surprises. There you go. It worked. If I pull this over, there we go. We can see that worked. We can see that worked. We can see my free image I made from freewebheaders.com, right, header maker. And I just found this by doing a Google search, free web header maker. And you can see my heading, you can see my paragraph text, and you can see my link there. So try it out, play with some things, try a few of these other tags, and see what you think.